So, Pat McAfee brings up a good point on his show today. He talks about our traditional kickers getting pushed out of the NFL with a new kickoff rule. And what he's talking about today is obviously how the kickoff rule has changed, right? Number two, the Chiefs are now going to start using Justin Reed, their strong safety who also sometimes kick field goals, as a kickoff specialist now instead of Harrison Butker. The reason why is because they don't want Harrison down there trying to tackle anybody. And now with the fact that the kickoff has changed in the sense that you want to have, whoever kicking off the ball, you want all 11 of your guys down there to make the tackle. Well, you don't want your kicker, who usually isn't the best tackler, on the field. So now the idea is you have to use someone else as a kicker, right? And this is why we see in the XFL a lot, and I mean a lot of tackles are made by the kicker, because you got to get someone who can tackle, who also can kick the ball. I was thinking about on our roster right now, we don't really have a guy that can do that. Now, just a little quick recap if you're new. Now how the kickoff rule works is that you can, once the ball is kicked off, nobody on the kickoff return or the return squad can move a muscle until the ball is caught in the landing zone by the return man. The landing zone is from the 20 to the 0 or 1 yard line, pretty much. And then obviously you have the end zone. So once the ball is actually caught in this landing zone, then you're able to move on the kickoff. This apparently allows more returns to happen and less injuries to happen. Now, if you kick the ball out of the end zone, the opposing team, the receiving team, gets the ball at the 30-yard line. That's why you don't want to do that, because now you give them 5 more yards from the previous spot of 25, which was last year. If the ball goes in the landing zone and then it hops and goes out of the back of the end zone, so the receiving team doesn't recover and they just let it go out of the end zone, then that will be at the 20-yard line. So the point is, you want to kick the ball in the landing zone if you're the kicker. That's 100% how this is going to work. So because of that, it's going to mean that there's going to be a lot more returns. So when you have 10 guys right here who are trying to tackle, the ball carrier, there's 11 guys on this side. So you want your kicker to be able to make tackles. The Chiefs are doing it because Harrison Butker, again, can't make tackles. But Justin Reed, their safety, he can make tackles. So have someone down there, an extra guy, to make sure that he can get a tackle. Or if they get past, again, this guy right here gets past all of these guys, you want your last line of defense to be able to make a tackle. Usually kickers can't do that. Now, that's why you're going to see this year, a lot of teams are going to use their punters. Because a lot of punters, like, for example, the Ravens used to have a punter named Sam Cook. He was a linebacker in college. He was a linebacker in high school, a linebacker in college, but he also punted. So he was more of a linebacker as well. So he could actually go ahead and tackle someone in kickoff, while a lot of kickers are not linebackers in college. So there's going to be a scenario where we might sign somebody who is more or less good at tackling and also has some skill to kicking. Yes, we could also give it to Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson, make a return to the NFL, everybody. No. On a real note, though, and also because once you get the ball in the landing zone, no one can move. So this guy, the return man, he has like 10 yards here before he's even going to see contact. Because once he gets it, let's say he gets the ball at the 15-yard line, right here where my mouse pointer is, right? This is where the 40-yard line is where the opposing kicking side is. So these guys are going to have to go through this block right here, and he's going to have until the 25, maybe 30-yard line before he gets touched. So again, there's just so much room to have a big kickoff return happen and crazy things to happen. And I actually posted this yesterday on my community tab, and it's not this. Oh, this one. So the last year of the last kickoff return for a touchdown. Cleveland has not had a kickoff return since 2009. Tampa Bay, 2010. Raiders, 2011. Arizona Giants, 2015. This is going to change all of this with this new kickoff rule. And there's actually an article posted today I saw. where was it? I think it was about something about the kickoff rule. One of the Bengals players is actually excited about it, which I would be too if you're a Bengals return man. So this is Travion Williams. It looks like that. Well, that's a picture of him. My primary role is a kick returner, and it's great opportunity, Williams said, according to Jeff Hobson of Bengals.com. Up until this year, it was a touchback league. Now I'm going to have more opportunity to help us win games. I think that's what I've been able to do. Be decisive and go. And again, I agree with him. It's going to be more of a kickoff return league at this point. It's funny how they're like, we want to stop injuries from happening. But then they're like, we want to add more kickoff returns. Which, okay. I could see you arguing it's kind of like a punt return. Catch the ball, find a little seam, and hit it. Except for on this kickoff, you cannot fair catch it. So keep that in mind. You cannot fair catch it no matter what. So if you get the ball and there's 3 defenders about to smash you in your face, you can't fair catch it. And if you let the ball go and it doesn't go in the end zone, well, guess what? They recover it. It's their football. And they can get a touchdown. So I think it works. I think it works either way. I think it's something that is definitely going to take I think you'll see people figuring out their own little ways of doing it. You just have to see how it plays out this in the preseason. This obviously is Chuck Sizzle saying this. So again, yeah, there's gonna be different ways that teams scheme and kind of go about things. But I'm not saying the Bengals are gonna do this, but there will be teams this offseason who saw it practicing kicking with other positions, like other players. Last year, we saw a running back kick field goals. We saw, obviously, Harrison Reed kick. Not Harrison. I just combined Justin Reed and Harrison Butker together. Harrison Reed. Harrison Ford. We saw Justin Reed kick field goals. Like, we're going to see this happen, okay? And the question is, if we do have a position on our team who kicks field goals, I wonder who it's going to be. There's got to be somebody on our team who kick field goals. Come on, man. Chad kicked a field goal. You telling me and nobody else but Chad can kick field goals now? Come on. There's got to be somebody. I feel like Jake Brown can boot himself like a solid 40. He can boot himself a solid 40-yard field goal. I think what we should do now is have competitions and tryouts on the team for who can kick the field goal. Well, kick the kickoff. Keep in mind, you don't have to you don't have to be a good field goal kicker to kick the kickoff. In all honesty, all you're doing when it comes to kicking the kickoff is you're running into it, kicking the ball as far as you can, and as long as you make the ball within this landing zone, that's all you have to do. I mean, you're not supposed to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, or else you would just have your kicker do that, right? The point is, you want to kick the ball as far as possible, but still be in the landing zone and still be a viable player to, make a tackle. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to find someone who could do that, though. Because at the end of the day, it's like you don't have to be accurate. As long as you can kick the ball within this area right here, within the field markers, that's all you have to do, right? Just run forward and boot that thing as hard as you can with your foot. That's why some punters who could never kick field goals are literally special, KOSs, which is kickoff specialists. Pat McAfee was a kickoff specialist, and he was a punter. So there's got to be a position of guy on our team that can do this. I just want it to be BJ Hill, okay? I just want it to be BJ Hill. Also, though, you kind of want someone who can do it to also be fast and athletic. Okay, BJ Hill's very athletic, but he's not that very fast, okay? You want someone who can do it to be very fast because they also are the last line of defense if something goes wrong, right? So you don't want someone who's slow as anything to be out there trying to, be the last line of defense. You don't want a 300-pound man to do that, okay? You want someone who's actually has some speed to him and can, make the tackle. I don't know, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Who do you think we should do? I think we should have tryouts. We should have tryouts, and BJ Hill starts. BJ Hill is the first one to get the tryout. Peace out.